Let's take a look at how you can use Dynamics GP to manage projects in your biotech pharmaceutical business. Let's take a look at a contract I set up. This is the contract I set up. I set up two projects here. I set one up for clinical trials and one for research. Let's take a look at the basic research one. I'll drill down into that. A project will track budgets, it will track actuals, and it will also allow you to set up forecasts for that. It'll keep track of the cost to date and the billing to date. You can see that here. Let's drill down and take a look at the detail. The detailed budget and actuals are captured at the cost category level. Here I've got four cost categories. The cost categories are all user defined, and let's take a look at them. The first one is lab management. I've got one up for a lab specialist. Let's take a look at this. This is going to be a cost category that tracks timesheet labor. So people are going to enter timesheets and then they're going to post them against this particular project and cost category. Let's drill down and take a look at it. Here I'm tracking three numbers. I'm tracking the budget, a forecast, which you can change during the project, and also the actual amounts. I can drill down on the actual, and I'm going to see all the timesheets that were recorded against this particular project and cost category. I've got a number of them here. I can select one and drill down on the particular timesheet. I can see it was for this particular employee here. I can see the exact time that they worked on that particular project. Also in this project, I'm going to be able to be reimbursed by a grant that I have on this particular bit of work. So I've got four cost categories here, and they've got unit costs for all the activity in this cost category. And two of these cost categories are going to be reimbursed here. You can see I'm going to be reimbursed at $65 an hour for the work done on this particular project. So project accounting will allow me not only to capture the cost on a particular project, it will also allow me to turn around and bill components of that to, in this case, a grant that I had set up and received. So let's take a look at my other project. I have one set up here for clinical trials. Let's take a look at that. So what I've got here is we can drill down to the budget detail. And I can see that I've got three cost categories. I've got one for the clinical trials, and these are payments they're going to make out to the patients. I also have some tech time in here, the lab specialist too. This is going to be for time that these lab techs put into running the clinical trials. And then I also have a drug vial here. This is a drug that I'm testing, the whole point of the clinical trial. So this is an inventory item. I'm going to pull this from my inventory. And this is another way to use project to manage a pharmaceutical business. And again, some of these costs are going to be reimbursed from my grant. Others I'm going to just include as part of the project cost on here. So let's go back up and look at the total project. There are also nice inquiry screens that I can use to drill down and get specific information on a number of different projects. So let's take a look at it. Let's start here at the corporate level. And these are all the customers that I have in my system. This is the one for whom I'm doing the project. So I'm going to drill down on that. And I can see all the contracts for that particular customer. In this case, I've got one here. Let's drill down on that. So these are the two projects in my contract. And we've looked at these before. So all along the drill down, I can get additional information on each level. And we can open this up a little bit, get a little better idea of what these projects are. So let's select this one here. I'm going to drill down on that. And we've seen a similar screen here before, but what I like about this is going to capture the cost and the billing in this case for this particular project. It's kind of a snapshot look at how I'm doing on this particular project. So the project accounting module in Dynamics GP is very flexible. It's going to allow you to manage the projects the way that you want to and really kind of organize and set them up the way that best meets your needs.